You know, you were some shows that got canceled fairly quickly. How traumatic for an actor when you get cast in like a national TV series and then they're canceled?
And then it's canceled. I know, it's sort of that you have this attachment with these people. They sort of become a second family, and then all of a sudden you're all broken up. It's a weird thing, but you get over it in about a week. I mean, it becomes routine after a while. I mean, for me at least, I started, you know, I was very happy. I would do a pilot a year. Sometimes we'd get 13 episodes, sometimes we wouldn't. And it's sort of like it became, you know, routine and very normal. You sort of learn not to expect anything, and it makes it a lot easier. And then when Friends happened, it was quite a surprise. I had to shift gears a little bit. Wasn't prepared to actually keep going with it, but it was great.
What have been some of the worst auditions that you've ever had to endure?
I have one single worst audition, and I don't know if I should even go into it, but it was my first network testing for a pilot, and a very, very serious one-hour drama that's still on the air, and did not get the part, but I really acted my guts out for really serious scenes, and realized afterwards I was like still sweating, and it was like a huge experience. I went into the bathroom and looked down and realized that my fly was open. And to this day, I don't know if anyone noticed or not, but I was like moving around a lot, crouching, sitting, you know, so I have to assume that the smirks in the front row were for some other reason.
Were TV commercials ever something that you considered doing?
Oh, considered? Yeah, but I wasn't very good at those auditions.
What kinds of things did you have to do?
Well, nothing too wacky. It's just that they always wanted me to be a lot perkier than I normally am, so I had trouble with it.
I did one time do you remember that show, The Facts of Life? Yeah. Well, that had been sold in a syndication, and the syndicated run was getting ready to play in New York, and they wanted people like off the street singing the theme song. So they had people sort of from all walks of life, and I played this like young Italian guy singing the song, and they played the heck out of it in New York. It was on all the time. All my friends saw it, and yeah, it was pretty embarrassing.
Never got one. No, that's not true. I did. I got one, a Bob's Big Boy commercial a long time ago. But I couldn't get a commercial to save my life.
How come?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just couldn't. No idea why not.
So what did you do in the Bob's Big Boy commercial?
I was a waitress. I was the competition, sort of. They were mocking, of like, you can either have this or you can have that. I was that.
Hey, Matthew, I've always been fascinated with the Screen Actors Guild card, what a milestone it is for every actor. Now, what job got you that card, and how big a milestone for you?
Oh, it was very cool to get that card. It was, you get Taft-Hartley'd first, and that was for Charles in Charge. And then I got my Screen Actors Guild card for doing an episode of Silver Spoons.
So, like, how big a thrill for you to finally get that card?
It was great. It was great. You know, you're an actor. It was really, really cool. I was about 16 or something when I got that. I kept it in my wallet. Very cool, and you know.
Now, I got a question about a brief time in your career, your modeling days. Every model seems to have had that one modeling assignment from hell, the one shoot that just wouldn't end. For you, what was that?
Probably when one time I was probably on the worst diet in the world, and I had to do this job where I had my hands above my head. And I said, oh, I feel a little nauseous. I think I'm going to have to step out. And as I said the word outside, I fell and I fainted and busted up my chin. That was my modeling assignment from hell.
Ooh. But when I first went to New York, I was very naive, of course, and very confident that a couple weeks I'll be a big star. I got enough money to hold me over for a couple weeks, and then, you know, years later. So yeah, I think you sort of have to have confidence. You have to deal with rejection well in the beginning. And
was there ever any particular point when you really got discouraged that maybe this is going to happen?
Yeah, I'm sure along the way. Yeah, I was on a show a long time ago called Vinny and Bobby that got canceled after 7 episodes. It was pretty bad, and I think after that I was discouraged because it was kind kind of tough to go from that into something else. People remember, you know, that you're only as good as your last gig kind of thing. So I was a little nervous about that, you know. But I, you know, stuck it out.